My name is Katja Iversen. I'm the President and CEO of Women Deliver. We're an advocacy organization and we advocate for gender equality and women's health and rights and drive investments in such. I get empowered and inspired by some of my sheroes and heroes. One of my sheroes is Pippi Longstocking. She is a character, a children's character. She's the strongest girl in the world. She says two very important things. If you're strong, you have to be very kind. Meaning, if you're strong and have the resources, you gotta give and lift others. She also says, I've never tried that before. I'm sure I can. I get inspired by Nelson Mandela, who despite hardship, ruled with patience, with love and collaboration, because he believed in a better future for his country and his people. But it was the collaboration and the partnership and the love that drove him. I get inspired by the millions and millions and millions of girls and women across the globe who some people would call victims or vulnerable. But when I see them, I see strength and I see power. Because they get up in the morning, no matter the circumstances, they get dressed and they go fight for a better future for themselves and their families. I'm here in Canada House because we've had an amazing event that's called the Power of Partnerships, brought together more than 120 people, great discussion, where we really honed in on what is it that makes a good partnership, what is it that we need, and what is the change we can power through working together. It's a step on the route to Vancouver and the Women Deliver conference that will happen in June 2019 from the 3rd to the 6th. That is an embodiment of partnerships. It'll bring together 7,000 people and 100,000 people participating in dialogues across the globe. And we're going to look at power, progress, and change, and what needs to happen to get a much more gender equal world. I am so excited because there'll be 7,000 people from across the globe, from heads of states to the change makers in the communities, to the UN, to the private sector, to academic, activists, journalists, everybody. We will be looking at how do we change the world for the better for girls and women and thereby for all. If we want to see change in the world, we need to work together. If we really want to drive progress for girls and women and thereby for all, we need strong partnerships in collaboration, in spirit, in politics, in funding, in the way we do everything. When the world invests in girls and women, in their health, in their rights, in their well-being, politically, financially, socially, we see a win for everybody. When you invest in girls and women, everybody wins. To change the world for girls and women and for all, we need to collaborate, we need to partner. And it cannot just be the usual suspects. It needs to be everybody. We need to see the private sector. We need to see the journalists. We need to see the UN. We need to see the government. We need to see the community leaders. We need to see young people, old people, north, east, west, south. That's how we're going to change it. And we're seeing it happen. People are getting together. People are stepping up and speaking up and making change happen. Gender equality is just the right thing to work for. A gender equal world benefits everybody. Girls and women, men and boys, or whoever you define yourself. We need a more gender equal world if we want to see progress for all.